The almond blossom saved us that winter. On those sunny winter days, our guests would drive up the small hill to our Casa Rural and be enchanted by the views of the olive hills. In the distance, they'd catch a glimpse of the snow-covered Parapanda and Sierra Nevada mountains. They would park outside the Crinkle Wall and get out of their car to be welcomed by a symphony of pink and white almond blossoms against the deep blue skies. There are 8 almond trees at the top of our driveway. Since it had been an unusually warm winter, the trees' natural cycle was confused, and they had bloomed a month or so prematurely. Fortunately, these trees served as a misdirection. Despite parts of the property looking like a construction site, we managed to get excellent reviews that winter. The guests would often stand on the terrace and admire the views of the olive hills and the mountains. They'd take selfies with this backdrop and tell me how desconectado or relaxed they felt. It made me feel happy to see them satisfied, even though in the back of my mind, I knew much more had to be done before the summer season arrived, when people would stay for longer and perhaps be more discerning. Notwithstanding this, it was a foretaste of what I hoped our place would be one day. Welcoming guests when the weather is sunny is a pleasure and leaves you with good feelings about the whole business of renting apartments to tourists. Since winter is not the most popular time for foreign tourists to visit Spain, we did not have many bookings. The few bookings that we did get for January were a great success and gave us good practice in providing hospitality, a trade that was new to both of us. But in February, things took a turn for the worse. Since we did not have any guests in the first 2 weeks of February, we used that time to build more furniture for the apartments. I was hoping to start writing a new textbook for Cambridge, which I had been contracted to do in December. But the project was getting terribly delayed, and so I began to really worry about our financial situation. As a textbook writer, you usually receive an initial payment from the publisher when you deliver 50% of the book. So, with the 2-month delay and the starting date set for the end of February, I would be lucky to see my first payments in June. We managed to survive on Robert's translation and editing work, but we also needed money to build kitchens for the apartments to rent them to self-catering visitors. There were also a million projects around the house that needed money to finish. We needed to install gutters, build a room around the outdoor gas hot water heaters to protect them from the weather, pave our driveway, and find a solution to our continuous water worries. We needed every penny we could get, so we stayed open for bookings. The next visitors were booked for the Valentine's Day weekend,